I just want to give a very short workshop on the skill of time management while you're studying at home. So I'm going to be using a Word document for this workshop. Some students might prefer to do it online, maybe with something like Google Calendar or one of the many apps that are out there. Just if you are using an app, don't procrastinate too much about which app to use. Remember, the energy should be going into planning your studies. Just don't spend too much time in the App Store. A couple of tips. First of all, don't cram all your study into 1 or 2 sessions. So short, regular periods will be much better for you where you have lots of energy for learning. Set specific days and specific times within those days. If you can keep to the same time in the day, it will build a habit. So you're naturally training your body to learn at specific times. Coming up to that time, if your body gets used to it, it will know that that's a learning time, that you're going to engage in study. Don't procrastinate. So if you have a time allotted coming up in an hour's time and at the moment you're not feeling energetic and you don't feel like going to study, do try and keep to the plan. If you can build the habit, it will make you much more successful in your study in the long term. Surprisingly enough, starting with the most difficult subject first will be more successful overall. So getting the hard topics out of the way lends more energy to the other subjects later on. So in this workshop, I'm using 2 documents. First document is your own timetable. Now I've made a mock timetable, so this won't match any one student's timetable. And the second document is the planning template that is available to you in Moodle. So Moodle, if you're not already familiar with it, now is definitely the time to get familiar with it. The Skills Center can help you if you're having any trouble with Moodle. But we are logging in there through the St. John's College website. I'm already logged in. So when you're logging in, you're using the details on your student card. Obviously all our courses will be different, but you all have the Skills Center helpline. In there, if you want to chat with the Skills Center, you can send me a message. But for now, we are looking at managing your study time. So this is the document that you need to download. It's a Word document. I already have it downloaded, and I'm just going to go to that now. So on the left-hand side here, we have a sample timetable. Remember, that's not going to match your timetable. It's just a mock one. I've put in some random component titles. I haven't bothered with room numbers or anything like that. And on the right hand side, we have the document that you're just after downloading from Moodle. This text won't be in the document that you download. I've put that in there just to show you how to populate the template. So there's a couple of columns. The first column is your component titles. So we are filling this column out by the components that are coming from your timetable. So each component gets its own section. So number 2 is for customer service. Number 3 will be for maths based on looking at your timetable. The second column are all the assignments, maybe skills demonstrations or exams that you need to still complete to finish that component. So let's say for communications, for argument's sake, there is still an essay due to be submitted. So I will list all the exams and assignments down this column. For that essay, I might have some of it already done, but I still have sections of it to do. So the third column becomes a to-do list of what you need to do for that assignment or exam, what you need to be studying for the exam. This becomes your to-do list, and it's quite handy to have that to-do list for all your components in one document. We are going to take that to-do list and we are going to assign times in the week for when you are going to get that completed. So when you scroll down the documents that you downloaded off Moodle, you'll see that I've put in a weekly planner for, there's 4 weeks in there, I think. So we have the week of the 23rd, so the Monday and Tuesday and Wednesday are pretty much done by now. The week of the 30th of March, the 6th of April, the 13th of April, and I have the 20th of April. And as you see there, obviously with a Word document, you can add in extra pages if you like. So you can take this table, copy and paste it over for as many weeks as you need. When you download this document, it will not have this green section in it. So this is me copying your timetable. So remember, ideally you would be keeping your study to match the structure that you had when the college was open. Now I have put in an extra few breaks in between just to make sure that you have energy for actual learning and memory. But these green sections I've put in myself. If you want to take a block and you want to merge the cells like I've done there, it is through your layout tab and you click merge cells. So that's layout, merge cells. In your table design, you can apply a shaded color to it. Inside each section, this is the time that I'm going to study for my communications, but these are the things that I plan on getting done. Now, if you remember, I also needed a bibliography for that essay, but I haven't put the bibliography in here because I'm being realistic in terms of what I can actually get done in that time. So I do plan on writing the paragraphs on internet connection, the impact on businesses, and my conclusion. If for any reason you don't manage to get around to the conclusion, well then that conclusion gets added onto the following week. As well as there you see the bibliography and whatever else you need to do to get that assignment completed. The same works for an exam. If you have an exam, so we see for customer service in a mock scenario, I have an exam set up, but in preparing for that exam, I am specifying exactly what I want to study in that time. I'm not just saying the subject title and study for exam. I'm specifying what chapters or what learning outcomes I want to get done in that time. So, as I say, it is a Word document. It's downloadable in the Skill Center helpline subject in Moodle. It's a very simple technique. If any students would like help in getting their study time more efficient, the Skill Center is here to help. Send us a message or send me an email. We can have a 10-minute conversation or a 30-minute conversation, whatever works for you. So for now, take care and be safe.